All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us here over at ReeRoles. I am going to be your ST, Ree, and we're just going to just dive right into the introductions before anything chaotic can happen. So we are going to start with Glyza. Glyza, just introduce yourself for the people.
Hello, hello. I'm a person of many hats. I am a podcast host. I am a writer. I am a streamer. I'm a TTRPG performer. You can find all of my stuff by just looking for at Classical Glyza. I'm everywhere as at Classical Glyza, but mostly on Twitter. Tonight I will be playing Dewdrop, the one of the co-founders of the Nameless Ones cults, and we will heavily focus on that goal that Dewdrop has. Hi.
Sure, sure. Kira, your turn.
Hi, I'm Kara858. I play Aspen, a draconic-ish individual. His actual species and such hasn't really been revealed just yet, who has discovered that not all adventurers are the same. There may actually be some good ones out there that try to do good versus one that just try to come by your home and steal your stuff because of the fact that you have a den that has gold and jewelry and other items inside of it. Of course, you can be able to find me on the Cookout TTRPGs as well as twitch.tv/Kira858, where we just recently came back from our episode 2 of A Mist, Light, and Shadow, which is an absolutely incredible episode. So you haven't got a chance to take a look at it, make sure to watch that. And of course, you'll be able to find other stuff, other such content as Riverwood Academy, Reclamation. We just finished Boss Beyond Time. We have Gods of Color, our brand new campaign of Fractured Destiny, which is about sextuplets, and even more TTRPG content coming up in the near future. So just keep an eye out on our Twitter page at the Kira858, as well as the Cookout TTRPG for all your favorite TTRPG goodness, as well as Die Hard Dice giveaways and more. And that's yours truly.
All right. Next up, Sir Monolith.
Hi, I'm Sir Monolith, at Sir Monolith on Twitter. I don't really spend too much time on there. But yeah, as far as projects go, obviously this one and another one on Kira's channel, the Cookout TTRPG earlier in the day. I think we start around, it goes live around 1 o'clock. Oh no, 12:30, right? 12:30 PST?
12:30.
Okay.
12:30 p.m.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, 12:30 PST with another great group. It's a Nephilim Light and Shadow campaign. It's a lot of fun. We just had a lot. We had a great time today, killing some dragon that was running a multi-level marketing scheme. So if you want to see more crazy antics, that's a really good show to catch earlier in the day before you come and have fun with us here. But yeah, I'm playing Axel Foley, Moon Whisper, and he's a wood elf deserter who's found himself doing mercenary / adventurer work down here with with in different capacities with the group of friends that he's found now. And so we're just gonna have to see what happens. He doesn't know a whole lot about this nameless gods, ones, gods, things, cults, but he's just here looking for a paycheck and to avoid going back to mandatory servitude. So yeah, we're gonna see what happens.
Okay. All right. Well, that was something. All right, Ari. All right, it's your turn.
Sorry, of course, here I play Layla, but over on Kira's channel, the Cookout TTRPG on the YouTube, I play Yvain in Rivenwood, Shay in Reclamation. I'm also over on the Bear Pen. I play Elijah in Blood on the Bayou, Katya in Fallout, and I also play the Chorus of Chaos in Undead in Dallas because I storytell that. There's always chaos over there. But if you want to follow me anywhere, it's Small Shadow Snack. It is a possum paradise.
All right, and last but certainly not least, the one and only King. Mr. Maker, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey, if you're gonna say it right, Ree. Kneel before your natural one, King. What's good, everybody? It's Earthringer here. They let me back on this campaign again. Y'all can find me on YouTube at Earthringer Magic. You can find me on SoundCloud, same thing. I'm also on the Cookout TTRPGs with Kira manning it. I play Otis at Rivenwood Academy on the Cookout TTRPGs. But that is the only RPG I am part of besides Arethian Nights at the moment. So that's me. Let us roll the dice.
All right, and with that, we are going to return to our hodgepodge group of wanderers, adventurers, and mercenaries, and everything in between. As the new day is a beginning. If you have not taken a long rest, you may do so. And
Thank you.
it is currently the end of the week here that you all are aware of. You have about 3 days before the official start to the upcoming festival, and then an additional day after that for your opportunity to take the Adventuring Guild exam. And currently, the only thing you have on the docket to do is to let Mr. Thinbristle know what you found. So I ask you, what would you like to do today?
This top of the morning?
Yes.
Okay. Well, if Reagan just woke up, he's gonna actually go on to. Is the estate even big enough for him to have a quote unquote backyard?
You can have a
Your
little bit
house,
of a
you can
yard.
decide whatever you want.
I mean, like according to Reed, like we don't live in the richest part of the empire, so I don't know what the lot looks like. I know we got a front yard.
Got a little bit. You got enough to kick the ball around with children once or twice. You know,
The
little
can
area.
of kicking.
Yeah, a
Reagan will
little bit.
go and he'll basically be doing some warm up training with his pole arm.
It's a solid
Okay.
concrete backyard.
Hey, if it works, it works. So yeah, you
Okay.
would find Reagan in the backyard doing that.
Okay. All right.
I
So
guess.
let's see. Aspen.
Yeah, Aspen, of course, will be waking up from
Aspen?
outside the city walls after collecting themselves and perhaps getting a quick hunt for some food. They would make their way inside to definitely not Dewdrop's place because they now know the restrictions of Dewdrop's household. So they would assume most of their associates would be located in Reagan's location. So they would head over there to knock on the door.
Okay. It won't take you too terribly long at this time in the morning to get into the city, but you do see at the moment the farmers, things like that, are coming out to take care of the crops and things like that. As you make your way through the city, it seems to be a bit warmer than it was yesterday. And as a result, you see people kind of being out and about a bit more. Some people are kind of selling small things and small knickknacks, things like that. And as you make your way to your friend, you roll me a perception check.
Okay. Go ahead and get that Dracona dice. 14 plus. I get a plus 9. Yes, plus 9. 23.
Okay, so with the 23, you pick up several things. You can definitely see that there are children running about playing various games, kind of just in the neighborhood around you, and you do notice that in kind of this smaller backyard-like area, Reagan seems to be going through some, decent martial arts training. Looks like that he definitely has a proficiency with the glaive that is, respectable.
Oh, this is actually important to Aspen. Here's the detail, especially if you roll that high. You have seen Reagan fight. The way he is moving seems right now very basic. That's the best way to put it. Like having seen Reagan in actual combat looks quite different to how he's moving now. It almost seems like a different person, a different, less experienced person.
Interesting. They'll note the unique training in place, and they'll give it a few minutes before they see if they can find like a lull or perhaps maybe like a time where they're taking a break or something. And then once they find that lull, that's what they'll approach. So it won't disturb their training as much, and be like, don't mean to disturb, but this.
Aspen, friend, what brings you here?
I was coming by to see where everyone is. I think we just have one last discussion to have with the person who hired us. From there,
Yes.
we should be good to go on our way. I just wanted to see where everyone was. I assumed that Dewdrop is located in her establishment, but she has special rules regarding entrance, and you seem to be the one who could get the closest to entering that establishment.
Well, I'll do my best, Aspen, but I try not to push my luck with that one.
And the others, they're located inside your household. Is that correct?
As far as I know.
All right. Well, if you don't
You
mind,
know you're welcome in my home anytime, friend. You don't need to stand on ceremony. You could sleep here too if you weren't so averse to people.
Yeah, I don't see that changing anytime soon. I mean, excluding you all, of course. You all are exception, and so it's a special place for you all. The others around here, and it's going to take some. Yes, I just prefer to make sure I can stay on my own and not have to worry about conflict and other possible complications, city laws, city rules and regulations, and other odd things that mortals claim they possess.
Reagan nods. Hey, well, the back door is unlocked. Come and walk in anytime. I'll see if I can get Dewdrop's attention. Oh boy.
Did you say that out loud?
Yes, Reagan actually says, oh boy.
When Reagan walks, there's a little genuine smirk because he knows what they're about to go through with their previous experience trying to enter Dewdrop's establishment themselves. There's an actual smile from that.
There's a
statement.
sign in front of Dewdrop's house, and it says, okay.
Reagan acknowledges it. This would probably be the first time. Would it be the first time Reagan's seen it clearly?
It would be the first time you've ever seen it, because before it doesn't exist, like the okay sign. But since the night before, when you were concerned about hey, what if you're in trouble and I can't get inside? That's when Dewdrop was like, that makes sense. And then she puts a sign outside that is like a trap spring where she will press something, and then but right now it's currently okay.
So it's still at okay, because you designed it to flip to not okay. So if it the default is okay, Reagan walked home, so he would have walked past the front. So I'm saying, and we're next door neighbors.
Yeah.
So would this be the first time Reagan is seeing it at all, or is this the first time Reagan's seeing it clearly? Because he would have set it up as he was walking home, or before. Okay, clearly, fine.
Yeah. Basically, you notice this is new. This is this has been maybe a day old.
Reagan will definitely study it for a minute and just be like, I don't know, shrug. And then he'll actually, since his glaive is still out, he's gonna lightly tap on the door with the blunt end of his glaive.
Who is it?
It's me, Reagan. You know, friend.
All right, well, you know the deal. Please step 5 steps away before I go out.
Joke's on you. I'm using the other end of my glaive.
Smart. All right, well, turn around. I'm gonna come out, and we'll be ready to go.
Reagan about faces.
And Dewdrop opens just enough so she can slip through. It's almost like she uses her liquid, whatever, or something, just to slip through the door, and closes it and locks it, and looks at Reagan. Do you like my sign?
It's an interesting one. I think I can gather the intent of it, but it's an interesting addition to your lawn.
Thank you. It's basically meant to tell you if I'm not okay. If that is okay, then you may rest easy. If you ever see it change to not okay, you are still not allowed inside my house, but at least you know that I am not okay.
Dewdrop,
that is what you needed, right?
Anyone ever going to be allowed in your house in case of an emergency?
Only if it's somebody I am married to. Or
well,
if it's
are
a
you
family
married?
member. Oh, no, I am not.
I don't know, Dewdrop. Things could have changed. You might have known someone back in Minnesota.
No, I left Minnesota when I was but a child. And I am an adult now, and I've been here for 2 years.
Okay. Regan will just kind of nod, but he's still like not looking at you because you haven't given him the signal that it's okay.
Yeah, I haven't. And I won't because I'm just going to
Mhm.
walk in front of you. I am ready. Let us go.
Well, everyone's at my place. I don't know what they're doing, but Aspen is also visiting. Would you like to come in?
Of course. You are not a Minnesotan, so I don't have to be married to you to come in.
Reagan nods affirmative and just opens his door.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well, yeah, while that was going on, Aspen would, I think, start to head over first to Layla's room, I guess. I would presume they would know where she's staying at, since you all have to stay there for a decent decent amount of time. And he would knock on the door. Are you son? Oh. They'll slowly open the door and peek their way through.
She's sitting up in bed with just like her hair everywhere because she's not gotten out of bed yet. Is there breakfast?
I'm not sure. I don't live here.
Oh. 5 more minutes and she flops back over on the bed.
Do you want me to ask Aspen if I'm not ask Regan if
You caught it too from last week.
From last week? Yep, in reverse. Do you want me to ask Regan if he has some breakfast?
There is the most muffled yes, please.
You know we have to leave pretty soon, right?
What? What? Hold on,
Yes.
I'm getting up. And she is like trying to flail out of the blankets and slides off the bed on the other side.
I see. As you flail over, how I'm imagining it is the camera's like showing to the sky, and you just see Aspen's face just like go over the camera, and you're like looking up, and just like.
I'm fine. It happens. I'm getting dressed. Hold on. Like wiggling out to try and go get very quickly dressed so they can leave. Which is why she's always late to everything. She sleeps in.
You are a very interesting individual.
You know, I like my sleep.
Most individuals do. Wait, well, is Axel up? But no, you probably would not be aware of it because you were asleep since about 2 minutes ago. Never mind. I will head over to his room. I'll see you soon.
Give me like 5 minutes.
Hey, he dies. So he heads out the room. I'm presuming by that time frame, perhaps, is when New Drop and Reagan may come in. I'm not sure. But they head over to he heads over to Axel's room. Yeah, he'll knock on Axel's door. See if he hear a response.
Is that breakfast?
Oh, no wonder why they stayed together. They'll slowly pop through the door, be like, "No, it's me. You are interesting. Both you and Layla first thought about food the second you arise from your slumber. Is that is Reagan the same way?"
I'm not sure. I haven't seen him yet this morning.
He was
last couple times he came out with food, so I was just expecting that there would be some food, but I guess maybe that's not an everyday thing.
I didn't know Reagan was the cooking type. Interesting.
I don't know if he cooks, but he brought some food.
He totally isn't. You would know that. He totally isn't.
If you show up with food, like I don't make assumptions.
Well, Layla is also getting up and she's getting ready, so I'll meet you, I guess, in the main room that Reagan has, so we can deliver our news to this merchant and be done with this quest.
Good idea. Yeah, I don't wash our hands of this what's his name, Featherbottom or something. I don't remember. Axel's just he's just got a headache. He didn't drink enough water last night, and he can't. His head's just not straight. So he's just foggy right now. The most he remembers at the moment is giant owl person and being almost blown up by a ship. Well, yeah, almost.
Yeah, almost. That's a good point.
There's a crash from next door and some shouting at an infernal as Layla busts out the door and runs into the kitchen.
If this is loud, Reagan hears that, he's gonna burst into his old house.
What was that?
Dewdrop is probably in the kitchen because Regan she knows that Regan doesn't cook and she's hungry. And she's like, Regan, I'm gonna go cook in your kitchen. And then just goes and makes
better you than me,
toast.
friend.
What was your question, Karen?
What was that statement given in Inferno?
Very unpolite towards the bed post.
Okay, good to know. Because I speak Inferno, so I would have been like, oh, that's a different side to her. I see. She keeps that under wraps.
Stupid bedpost.
Reagan's got his glaive up. He's like, "'Tis the sound of demons."
To the sound of demons.
Hey,
To the sound of demons.
I mean, you're in a paladin's house. I'm just saying.
When he hears that noise, Aspen will speak out. No, he say, no, it's fine. Layla's just recovering from something. Not sure, but there's no demon here.
Are you sure, friend?
Positive.
And then you'll see Reagan relax, and then you'll see his glaive just disappear.
Well, I should make sure Layla's okay because that sounded like a major fall.
Reagan, do you have corn or flour tortilla? I want to make some tacos.
Tortillas. You're lucky I even have anything in the house right now, Dewdrop. You know I've had a couple of silences.
Dude. Well, how am I going to cook breakfast this morning? What do you have? Do you just have bread? I can make French toast. I like French toast.
I could just run to the market.
No. You stay here. I'll run to the market, but give me money, though.
How much do you need, friend?
Enough to buy corn tortillas, a couple of I'm gonna make some tacos.
Reagan will slip Dewdrop 10 gold.
Awesome, thank you. And then just
4 tortillas? What kind of tortillas are these?
Reagan is a bachelor, dog. That kind of bachelor that don't know the price of things for real. Big dog, I know you ain't looking.
Hey,
I got a little too real for a minute.
Yeah, I know tortillas isn't like it was like $20. I would never pay $20 for no tortillas. That's for sure.
Well, Reagan's bad. He's just like, oh well, this is how much I spend when I go out and eat with friends. So I'll give Dewdrop that. That should be enough for everyone. Like that's what's going on in Reagan's head. Like
Dewdrop is terrible.
Yeah, Dewdrop is not giving any of that back.
Just 100% exploitative relationship here.
Reagan believes. Reagan
Poor Reagan.
That's also like tax for going out, the cooking thing.
Okay.
Delivery.
This is that kind of relationship that we have, right, Regan?
Right.
I don't think the economy works how you think it works.
When I'm in town with Dewdrop, I have yet to go hungry.
Exactly. I am a Minnesotan, and that's what we do in Minnesota.
Make tacos.
Exactly. I will be right back. And Dewdrop leaves and goes to the market to obtain the stuff to make tacos.
Minnesota style tacos.
Minnesota style tacos.
So my question for you is: are you going into the market district proper, or are you trying to buy something at one of the kind of pop-up spots in the residential area?
If there's
Treatment
some in the
district.
pop-up shops
Okay.
in the area, I'd probably go there. Dewdrop would probably know if there is some, just because they've lived there for a while. But if not, I would go to the market proper.
You know that there are people selling, the ingredients of meat, tortillas, things like that you could find. Generally though, going into the market district proper will give you access to things that are more expensive but are better or higher quality, or you can just buy, normal things from this area.
I'm gonna go buy the normal things.
Drop
This
the
isn't
feet.
a
Okay.
feast. It's breakfast.
Spoken like a true Minnesotan.
roll me a perception check to see how quickly you're able to find what you're looking for.
Here's my perception, you said?
Perception, yeah.
Okay, give me a moment.
This is why we can't have nice things.
22.
Me too. It doesn't take you very long to find a area where there is a Sadar man who seems to have some kind of fresh meat that he's just begin to cut off of this kind of long, rotating metal contraption. And you can see that he has already begun to kind of cut it down and to lay it out into strips and things like that. It does seem to be freshly prepared, pretty warm. You can see the kind of the smoke drifting off of it, and your nose picks up the aroma of spiced meat. There you go.
I go and ask him for like how much it would cost to buy enough for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. 8
And
people.
as you approach, he turns and looks at you. Hello.
Hello.
For
Is he
8
a
people?
local that's been here for a while, or?
Yeah, you've seen him before. You know that he is usually in this spot cooking. He doesn't typically cook a food that you're familiar with. He cooks something that seems to have come from an elvish kingdom from further north from here. But he seems to have
What's the
settled
name
in
of the kingdom?
Kosha.
I see. Okay. What's his name?
Um, we'll say Solana.
Okay. Good morning, Solana. I'm here to buy a couple of meat, enough for about 10 people. I just want to make sure that there's enough food for my friend Regan, because there's a lot of people at the house, and I want to make a good breakfast, but also have enough leftover, because then, my friend doesn't have to cook. But how much would it cost to buy, enough meat to make tacos for 10 people?
I don't know why you'd ever want to make a taco, but if you want the meat for 10 people, I could probably do 10 people for a gold piece.
Awesome. Here's a gold piece.
All right, well, give me a moment.
Thank
Would you like me to have already cooked the meat for you, or would you prefer to prepare it yourself?
I'll cook it. It's fine, just because I want to make sure that I don't cook all of it, and make sure it's stored properly in what I'm thinking of calling an ice box. I haven't completely created it yet, but I'm thinking of doing that.
So what the icebox do?
Oh, it will keep the meat fresh. Frozen, but fresh.
They already have. This is not my nature to pry. And you see him
Is there a
kind
fridge
of
in this
wave
world?
his. You see him wave his hand, and a large, maybe like a 5-pound cube of meat appears, and kind of wrapped up in this white, not quite wooden paper, but this kind of, I forget what the word is for that thicker
Wax paper.
paper there. Yes,
Parchment?
and it's kind of. I don't think it would be called parchment. If you ever had
Yeah,
a corned
butcher's
beef
parchment, yeah.
sandwich, yeah, that kind of paper, and it's kind of tied up and bundled there. And he goes, "Here you go.
Awesome, and I take it.
Is there anything else I can do for you today?"
No, I believe that's it. Unless you're hiding some sort of corn or flour tortilla there in the back or something.
I mean, if I'm hiding many things, I could arrange for some tortillas if you like.
Okay. I would like some. If you could get like 20, enough for two. Two per person. Just make it 25.
Well, I could do 25 for 2 gold.
2 gold?
2 gold.
Are you sure? That feels like a lot more expensive than just the meat.
It's you're buying in bulk. It'll take me all day
Not
to
bulk.
to. It is 25. Very few people come to
It's
my
small
stand
tortillas!
for. They don't come to my stand for cooking equipment. I usually prepare the meals
It's
and I
not a
give it to
cooking
them.
equipment.
It'll
It's
take
like
time. It will
it's-
take time for me to prepare the next batch of meat and to make the tortillas
Just-
warm. You know,
You don't need to make the
Make it
tortillas warm.
difficult.
I just want them as they
have to.
are.
Yes, but for you, yes. But then I have to go and get new tortillas for my next customers.
Well, where
Don't
do you
go. You
buy the
come
tortillas?
here.
So I'll just buy the tortillas there.
The merchants, of course. I have a deal that allows me to get them a bit cheaper than normal. So
Well, you're not gonna give me a deal because I buy in bulk.
25 is pretty decent. It will cost you at least 30 gold. It will cost you 3 gold.
30 gold?
Buy it 3 gold. I misspoke.
Meat is
Sure.
1 gold. Tortillas.
Meat is 1 gold.
That's meat is easy
Tortillas
to
is
get.
2 gold?
We got a flour and
Requires
corn
much more
embargo.
It's much more. It's much more difficult to get. Every wannabe adventurer is killing every animal they can come across for the next 20 miles. Meat is plentiful. Good meat,
All right,
not so much.
Fine. Here's your 2 gold for your 25 tortillas. And I'm gonna go.
You drop got like 400 gold. It's your ring.
Please feel free to come back and shop with me again.
Maybe.
Wait, Reagan gave her 10. This is Reagan's gold.
Yeah, you've got your meat in
Reagan
your
believes.
tortillas.
I'm gonna go ahead and go look for places to buy like the ingredients needed for making tacos. I don't know how to make tacos, so I'm just gonna randomly like spices and vegetables and stuff. Here we go.
Just because I think this will be kind of
much is it?
funny. Just roll me a general intelligence check.
Intelligence check. Wow.
General
That
intelligence
is
check.
a 16.
Okay. It takes you some time. Are you staying in this area, or are you trying to go into the market district proper?
No,
It'll take you a
just
bit
said
more
that I-
time. Just asking, are you looking for the rest of your spices here? Are you going to the market area?
I'm gonna go here
There a
because
produce
you
stand?
you just said that there's like
But-
stuff here.
Yeah, there are people around you. There isn't like a produce stand, but there are people selling onions and things like that. I'll
that's
just say with the
produce, Reed.
16.
What the-
Yeah, but there isn't like an area that is specifically produce. There are just people who are selling things. Some of them
All
are
right,
selling
well, I'm gonna
onions.
We
go
some
got
of them are
meat
selling
and
around
other
until I
onions
find
and
like
all
that's
it isn't like there's like it's not a store. Just like kind of like if you've ever played like one of those older fantasy games, but just people who just kind of selling just things in general. Some of them are selling food, some are selling non-food items. You
Well,
just find a
I
person.
bought
like
enough to
spices,
make
it's fine.
tacos, spices,
Onion
and
swords
vegetables.
and magic scrolls.
Yes.
What is
Roll a
this
persuasion
economy
check to see
production?
Swords, I
to
got the
see
magic
how
scroll,
good
I
of
got some
a
pocket lint.
Am I gonna roll again? A
Just do a
perception?
persuasion to
Why
see
persuasion?
how good of a
I'm
price.
I'm
To see how good of a price you could get, Dewdrop. See how good of a price
Fine.
you could get.
Random store, random market.
19.
You get swords.
19. I will say you will be able to gather enough of the various spices and things for about a gold for all of it together.
All right, I'll give him the gold. And then as I walk back to the house, to Regan's house, I'm going to look a little bit at what's his face, Sylvan, and be like, I bought all of this for gold. Making me pay 2 gold for tortillas kind of place. You're
It's all
lucky I like
superior
you.
to everyone else's.
You're lucky I like
you.
you.
I love you as well. I love you as well.
Mm.
And we love
Do
your
you want some
business as
tacos
well,
later?
please. Sure, of course.
Okay, I'll send some over. It'll be fine. And then she just walks home. And then she's
Okay,
like, all right, I have enough tacos to make. There's no change though.
Reagan just looks like this is expected.
Awesome. I'm just gonna make the food now.
It'll be a performance check. See how well you can cook.
And Reagan, if Reagan's surrounded by people, Reagan's just like, it's food prices like these. Why I have to keep working.
Oh, man.
17.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Dewdrop kind of
This is
gets into the mood. But while Dewdrop is preparing this meal, what are the rest of you up to?
Feel bad for Reagan if he gets married to Dewdrop.
All his money gone. All his money.
Excuse me, it would be our money if we do get married.
Oh,
There's
no,
no
it-
such thing as
no.
his or mine.
No,
It's
it'd
ours.
No, it'd be Dewdrop, and then Reagan would get like a 20 gold allotment for a month.
So he'll get 20 gold allotment.
Yeah.
If it goes down 20 gold, that's when he'll get like a replacement 20 gold.
Reagan will probably be praying.
So I would say Aspen is pretty much just chilling downstairs. They already kind of has a bit to eat from outside, so they're not too hungry. So they're just watching everyone kind of like performing their actions, almost like studying in a way, because again, even though they're mortals, it's still a different behavior than what they're used to. So they're just kind of like eyeing what everyone else is doing, but leaning against the wall until it's time to leave.
Okay. Ari, what about Layla? Excuse me. What about you? Where are you up to?
I feel like she is making sure she is like fully dressed, looking her best. After breakfast, just like ready to go. Just like, let's go get done with this. Let's go see if we can get money. And then
Okay.
as she's like bouncing, she pauses for a second and goes, "Oh, I only told Aspen." And she pulls out the stuff she stole from the ship and goes, "Look."
Reagan's not paying attention, unfortunately.
She mage hand pokes him.
Okay. And Reagan will snap out like, huh? What? Oh, Layla.
I took them.
You did. You have whatever it was they were seeking on that boat?
Yes.
How did you? When did you? Like Reagan is in shock.
Holding it. I have my ways.
Reagan's definitely enamored by that because your charisma is sky high. That's extremely impressive. What do you wish to do with it?
Don't know. I just have it. I figure if she wants it, she can't have it, and I'm keeping it in my purse. But I also don't know what to do with it.
Also, could be made that is safer with you than it is with her.
This is also true.
So that's why Reagan, even though he's a paladin,
Shoves
is
it
just
back.
like, well, this is kind of a moral gray area to Reagan. So it's like, well,
Shoves it back in her bag.
make sure you stay safe. That being seemed rather adamant to have whatever it was.
I mean, I didn't get the vial thing, but I got the other two. So.
There was a
We're doing
vial thing.
Yes. Were you not down there? Yeah, it broke. I didn't get that.
I
We're 2 for
just
3
made it
though.
down there. Reagan is again just in shock. That's the thing, like, because Reagan didn't see anything Layla did, like straight up. So he said, "They're like, I saw something fall, but that's it."
So we have it. At least maybe we can figure out what it is.
Well, I'm not one for that. If it has any religious significance, I may be of assistance, but matters of magic are a little outside of my grasp.
I wonder if Dewdrop knows anybody.
Dewdrop always seems to have a connection.
And this is true. Unless, maybe Aspen or Axel do.
I trust all of my friends.
Well, we can at least look and maybe it's a key to figuring out what she's up to.
Reagan nuts. And you can also see, like, just straight up, like, Reagan's not feeling any type of way. Like, he's definitely enamored by Layla. Like the combination of the charisma and the gray area with what was stolen. It's just like, wow, this tiefling is something else. Kind of face.
That's my kind of tiefling.
Happily bouncing about, just like la 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 la.
Yeah, Reagan definitely got the bachelor face.
That makes sense.
And Axel just sees the stuff when Dewdrop comes back and hears somebody talking about tacos, and he's gonna go looking for the food because he's hungry. Hey, Dewdrop, are those? Did you bring some? Are those tortillas? You gonna make some?
I'm gonna make some tacos, some Minnesotan tacos, like my Gam used to make.
Did you get some cheese? I can make some quesadillas too.
Sure. I believe I got those.
Those cheese?
Yes.
Oh,
Cheese.
cheese is like more than one.
Yes. From a goat.
Ah, goat cheese is good. I like goat cheese.
Yes.
Are you you're a cook?
Yes. Do you want some? I'll make some for you. Just give me a minute.
Oh, okay, all right. He's just gonna kind of stand there awkwardly.
You can go sit down in the main room. Get out of my kitchen. Or rather, Reagan's kitchen. You're in my way.
You sure? You okay? You don't need any help?
No, I'm fine.
All right. I'll be eagerly awaiting those quesadillas.
Awesome.
This is amazing.
Well, it takes about, we'll say, 30 minutes for Dewdrop to finish preparing all the food. But before long, it is all...
I do want to say that I only made 10 tacos and like 3 tortillas. Sorry, not 3 tortillas, 3 quesadillas.
Okay. And where are you putting the leftover ingredients?
Is there such a thing as a fridge in this world?
Not a refrigerator in like the way that you think of it, but there are storage devices that would maintain like cold temperatures, things like that for storing food.
Awesome. That's where I put it. That's where I store it. Because I know if Regan doesn't have one, Dewdrop got one for him.
Oh,
Sure.
And then I bring the food out and I go, "Hey Layla, this is for you." And then I give Layla 2 tacos. You may share amongst yourselves for the others.
It's delicious.
I'm glad you like it.
Did you
Reagan
pay for
is
this out of your own money? I can reimburse you for some of it.
Oh no, don't even worry about it.
Reagan raises like a finger, and then when Dewdrop says, "Don't worry about it," he slowly brings it back down.
Yeah, she is toxic.
There's happy.
First of all, Dewdrop is not toxic. How dare you? She cooked all of you a free meal.
Ray?
It was not free.
I mean, it was free for me.
It was free for all of you except for Regan. And
Regan
also
loves his
Regan
friends.
Regan
loves
is
his
like
friends.
Regan doesn't know how much it costs. He doesn't buy stuff. For
He
all
doesn't buy
knew,
food.
for all he knew, Dewdrop got a really good deal to feed enough people that usually just feeds two when they're outside, when they
That's
go out.
exactly what he thinks. That is exactly what he thinks.
He got a big over to
That's exactly what he thinks. Okay, if you think about the tavern and that situation and how that was like, that's kind of like where Reagan's used to eating. Like either I'm out on an adventure, the food's provided for me, I'm on the job, or
This
we're
is
here
how
to
you
eat.
play. This is how you play a paladin with 6 int.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Like that's Reagan. He is a bachelor mercenary.
Wow.
At least for now.
He's all muscle memory and trust.
Makes sense.
Reagan would
Brain.
definitely like gesture to the platter and pretty much to go like you first, friends, but without saying it. Yeah, Reagan's politely waiting.
Oh.
I'm gonna go over and grab a couple of quesadillas. Just be like, these are good
Now there's
quesadillas.
only one quesadilla left. Because I only made 3.
These are good quesadillas, Dewdrop.
Thank you. I hope you like the goat cheese.
So good.
Does Aspen take any?
No, Aspen's leaning against the wall. It just says, I'm fine. I had food earlier today. It's all yours.
Can Reagan insight check that? For the sake of stoicism.
Sure. Sure.
Because it's not that Reagan thinks that Aspen is wow, nat 20. What a waste of that. It's not that Reagan thinks Aspen is dishonest. It's that Reagan's like, yeah, Aspen might try to be tough and be like, I'll just wait until I eat what I want to eat.
Well, yeah, it's more on the fact that it's still food that is outside of the normal for their establishment. I mean, you all know that Aspen's a bit different. I mean, he has, dragon tail and a dragon feet. So, like, when the food cuisine's like this, he looks at it as like this is like mortal's food. So he doesn't really partake in it as much because, it's not in his wheelhouse. He's more comfortable with things that he is familiar with, and this is outside of his wheelhouse.
Has Reagan ever seen you eat?
Oh yes. But normally when I eats is he's gathering food from outside and then normally cooking it outside the fire. Unless it's somehow he's forced to be like an ant or something like that, then he'll try to go for the most rarest of items that they have, some type of raw meat that's in place.
Well, Reagan will in fact turn to Aspen and be like, are you sure, friend? It may not be farm fresh, but Dewdrop has been known to make wonderful dishes on such a low budget. That hurts my chef heart.
Low budget.
Mm.
I'm like, this must hurt your soul as someone with a culinary degree. You're just like, oh, this. So Aspen just looks over and says, "So yes, you all partake of these foods regularly. This is your type of meat, so your type of food cuisine. So I figure it's best for you all to enjoy it. I like as mentioned, I have enough food I ate before I came in just to make sure I'm prepared for today's travel. So it should be fine."
Reagan nods and proceeds to eat off of the platter.
All right, and as your meal is slowly coming to an end, you all do find it is very pleasant. And as you all are finishing it up, is there anything? What would you all like to do with the rest of your day?
Oh, I think we're heading over to the merchant, the person who gave us the quest, the merchant.
Serwin Thin Bristle.
Yes.
Feather weather bottom.
To pretty much give them pretty much the scoop, the 411 on what took place. Thin Bristle, yep. Sir Thin Bristle.
Reagan will actually look over at Dewdrop and be like, remind me, Dewdrop, to also give thanks to the god or goddess of tacos.
Of course. Of course. I'll make sure to write that in our newly minted paper. You know, our nameless god tokens.
Reagan turns his
NGT.
head. I still haven't fully wrapped my mind around it, Dewdrop, but I leave such business endeavors to you.
Don't worry about it. I'll explain it to you again, what an NGT is, and we'll talk about it later so that we can both spread this idea to the masses.
Reagan slowly nods, but you can see he's like got gears working in his head.
Dewdrop's like, don't worry, Mama's gonna take good care of you.
You all make your way to Thin Bristle's home, and it is open to you. You see, actually, the front door is open, and you get the soft melodic playing of music that seems to be kind of upbeat, but is a bit foreign to all of you. And as you all kind of reach that front door, do you just enter, or is there anything else you want to do first?
Is everyone ready?
Of course.
Yeah.
Hopefully he is ready. I'm presuming he was hoping for better news than what we're about to give, but
Well, then Reagan will knock, unless Layla would like to do the honors.
oh yeah, Layla got the best voice delivery. that face, Ari, that face.
She does knock on the door, and then because she is extra as crap, has her hand behind her, and so whoever opens the door, she casts prestidigitation to make like them have like a brief little moment of where there's a flicker of light behind them.
As you knock on the door, a moment later, you see the upper half, primarily just kind of the long neck of Sir Thin Bristle, this kind of tall and lanky owl, and kind of turns and looks at you and goes, ooh, 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 oh, ooh. Oh, have you finished your job for me? Oh, first, excuse my manners, please. Come in.
You?
Reagan steps in and holds his hand out to Serwin to shake.
He does take your hand and give it a firm shake, though you can tell that it is a grip that is designed to not kind of dig the talons into the actual flesh of your hand. Oh, well, is there anything I can do for you all? I suppose we still have some leftovers from lunch earlier, or something to drink, perhaps, or anything like that. Yes.
What is that strange music? I've never heard anything like it.
Oh, well, it is not uncommon for the Republic. They typically do not have very many owl bards here. But it is one of my favorite songs.
That doesn't quite answer the question, but okay. Does it have a name?
Common, it is Morning Sunrise, I believe. It is by the bard Evangeline.
Would Layla have heard of this before, being a
Go roll a
bard?
history check. Go a history check.
Oh, okay. Well, this is not going to be great.
Got this.
That is a whole whopping 3.
Nope.
She
Maybe not yet.
is still
Never heard of it.
recovering from the delicious breakfast they had.
Well, Reagan slowly nods, but Serwin would definitely notice, like, this is not ringing a bell, but Reagan's being polite.
Oh, this we all have differing tastes, I suppose. But yes, yes. Well, I mean, you all are welcome to listen to music with me for the rest of the day if you like. I find it's very calming, especially with the festival coming up. But well, I imagine you all have come for your payment, yes?
Yes, are you aware
Yes.
of the news that
No, but I didn't want to be rude and demand such things first. I'm told that other bases don't exactly like doing business immediately before to talk and uh, fraternize.
Pleasantries are important.
it is?
Yes, they are, Aspen. That's how you get. That's how you get your way with most mere mortals, as you put it.
Different in Minnesota, we go
Mm.
straight for the jugular. But I've been here for 2 years. I've
Greg
learned
is-
to hold back.
Reagan slowly puts his hand on his neck.
I've never heard of
Looking
such
like
a
the American
place
Idol
before.
team?
I've never heard of such a place before.
Oh, it just means we get straight to the point.
Oh, well, that is
He-
respectable.
He hadn't heard of Minnesota before.
Yes, I am from Minnesota. Have you heard of that place?
No.
Very far from here.
Oh, well, this is good for you to be traveling so far from home.
Yeah, I'm an adult, as you can see.
Yes, I suppose you are. It is
100%
good.
an adult.
It's very good to be an adult.
Thank you.
Well, I don't mind giving the information before or after. I assume you are a individual of your word. Otherwise, my friends and associates would not work with you. So, with that, we have came across a circumstance that your friend was in dire straits, being hunted by a particular individual due to a item that she possessed. With
Oh dear.
this item is meant for something of a celestial nature, and this individual who was after her went through extreme circumstances to attempt to attain this item. Unfortunately, your friend, Captain Valerie's boat collapsed in process of attempting to retrieve this item. Your friend is
That
safe.
is terrible.
Yes. We were able to evacuate the individuals we can find, including Captain Valerie. Yet, and so she is now currently residing in the Undead District. So she is safe, but her boat is no more.
Oh, that is a tragedy in many ways. Oh, but I'm glad to see that she is all right, and well, I'm glad to see that you all are okay. This must have been a very risky or exciting couple of days.
It was confusing. Well, all of this is confusing, to be honest. So,
Also,
Wow.
things are difficult. Yes. Both allow me. And you see him kind of pull out one of his wings, and you can see kind of fastened to the inside is a larger, like, burlap sack. And he kind of pulls it open for a moment. And he kind of holds it out over his hand, and you see several smaller, identical sacks kind of fall out into his talons. Oh well, here you go.
They're gonna leave it for Dewdrop to take if Dewdrop wishes to take it.
oh, Dewdrop stepped away for a second.
Okay.
Aspen will look forward and say, they look down at the gold, turn their head to the side, look up. Can we come to a deal, perhaps?
Well, I am a merchant.
I may not necessarily need this gold. To me, there's something infinitely more important than I'm searching for. And I need a way to find someone who's really good at either knowing information or gathering information regarding possible missing individuals. If you are not this person, I'm presuming you may not be since you hired us to keep an eye out on your friend, would you happen to know of a contact, someone who would be well versed in discovering things?
Oh, well, I do know of a person. I can find things that are missing, of course. She can be a bit eccentric, though. She is currently exploring some cavern in search of a bat of something. Well, she's a half dragon, sapphire, if I recall correctly. Very talented. Isn't much of it for rules or order.
What is her name?
Adriosa.
Adriosa. Okay. As Reagan, well, not I did it. As Aspen was talking, can in the first half, can Reagan have fired off divine sense? Okay. Just to see if there's the presence of this familiar entity somewhere in the midst, just to looking for Serwin's safety, basically.
Don't sense anything.
Anything besides him?
I mean, he doesn't show up on your divine sense. Because if I recall correctly, Alan are just.
Well, him as in Reagan. My bad. I should specify.
Oh, yes, I mean yes. You sense you. Sure. Yes.
Okay, so it is working properly.
Yes.
All right, and also Eldritch Sight. Looking around at magical items.
There are some minor magical items around you. You see this kind of larger music player-like device kind of in the background where the music seems to be coming from. That seems to be magical to you. Some of the light fixtures are magical, but nothing special or notable.
Okay.
So, this Adriosa you speak of, where is she currently at the moment?
Last she told me she was going to explore rumors that there was a shriek bat in some of the caves, not too, about maybe 45 minutes to an hour outside of the city. But that was a day ago, I believe, about a day and a half ago.
How far is it to reach that cave?
About 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, a day ago. Thank you. You could just give me half of what you give everyone else. The information that you give me would suffice.
Well, if you're sure, he hands you all your pouches of gold, and assuming you do count them, it is 200 for all of you.
Nice, you ballin', boy.
Oh, Aspid only takes 100 because the information was what he was searching for. So.
Reagan would give him 50. Reagan would give him 50. And whisper to Aspen, you shouldn't have to buy information for what's most important to you, friend.
Does this mean we all get 200 each?
Yes.
Reagan gets 150.
Awesome.
Aspen gets 150. Everybody else gets 200.
Sounds like a good thing.
Reagan continues to say, family is everything, friend.
Dewdrop plots on how to siphon off the rest of Reagan's new gold.
Dewdrop now has exactly 707 gold.
Go ahead and ball out of control. Go ahead. Reagan ain't broke.
Aspid kind of looks at the gold for a second before placing his hands on top of Reagan's shoulder and says, "You're interesting. You're good. You're good."
It's not the first time you've said that, friend. The interesting part. But it's glad to know you think I'm good.
Aspie will look towards the others and say, when is the actual trials take place for this event? These Adventurers Academy that you were referring to, Adventurers Guild.
Is it still 3 days time?
2 days now, right?
Day has passed.
For you, yeah, day has passed. You all picked the last day of the festival, so you have 3.
Mm-hmm. 3 days left. Okay. In that case, Aspie will look towards the others and says, "I am not going to, of course, force you to go on any endeavors. You all have important matters to attend to or discuss or investigate. Perfectly fine. I need to follow up on this lead that Sir Thin Bristle has provided us."
What?
You know I'm here to help you, friend.
Well, this is more of a personal matter, so I was not sure how it was not going to have any type of requirements. As mentioned, you all have many things to look after. He looks towards Reagan and says, I could say cult, right? Is cult the right word?
Yeah.
A starting religion. A religion starter, one might say.
Just for the time being, we gotta be careful when around the church.
Yes. Before we become big enough to be another church.
So what's the proper term again? Starting religion?
Yes, I
Religion
like the
starter.
sound of that.
Starting religion.
In that case, I know you all were looking into jump-starting this, so perhaps these funds may help assist with that. So I did not want to presume of anything for you all, but yes, I do need to follow up on this lead.
I don't have anything better to do, so I will definitely don't mind going out and assisting you if you're going to do something possibly dangerous.
Oh, it most likely will be dangerous.
He
gives a brief smirk.
Danger usually brings out fear in people, and when they're afraid, that's when they're most recipient? No. Receptive.
Receptive.
That's
Yep.
the word. That's
English
when
is
they're
hard.
most. Yes, I know. Minnesota does not speak in English.
You know,
We
if
have a very
Dewdrop
different
was really
language.
into making money, they would have just started a prosperity gospel cult.
I'm sorry, we are not a cult. We're starting religion. Anyway.
Phrasing, Axel. Phrasing.
Remind me to play you that song you asked me to do, Regan. I've been working on it.
You have?
I have. I'm very proud of it.
Oh, I am quite eager to hear this.
It will bring more people into the religion. Although we should also work on hymns.
I
I've
agree.
never thought of hymns.
What about
Hymns and
hers?
hers.
Y'all are married, I swear.
The fact you both of you said the same pun at the same time. Amazing.
I will grant you both inspiration because I found that kind of funny.
That was incredible. That was incredible. I have never seen that happen before. Clearly married. Clearly married. Oh wow.
Besides, friend, there's a citizen that requires help, and I am duty bound to help our citizens and serve the gods,
The nameless ones.
whom are also gods.
Exactly.
He looks towards Layla and says, "Did you want to play this song now, or was this in the future?"
In the future, I left my my music notes at home. I mean, I could do it off memory, but it won't be as good as I wrote it down.
We can always swing by and pick up the notes if you wish.
But no, Aspen has something that's very important, and we'll get to that first. Music can be the reward afterwards.
As you wish, Layla. And Reagan is enamored and excited.
Layla's gonna make the song even better after this next adventure.
Well, I did not expect this, so I do. If I understand correctly, this is where you're supposed to say thank you. So, thank you for joining me on this.
Think nothing of it, friend.
Excellent. Axel pats Aspen on the back and says, "Well, don't thank us yet. We might just get everybody killed. So who knows what's going to happen?"
Oh no, you all are joining me on my endeavors. The last thing you have to worry about is your deaths. And he nods as he walks outside the door.
I think he said there's worse things than death.
Not in the slightest, but okay. So yeah, it's like I guess we make our way out to that cave location.
Yeah, Reagan would shake Serwin Thin Bristle's hand first and then leave.
Okay.
It was a pleasure working with you.
Dewdrop will grab another plate if something was offered, and I'll just like, thanks,
The leftover lunch.
and go back out.
God damn it, Dewdrop.
If this Dewdrop steals more food,
You still got cookies in that bag. Like,
this Dewdrop steals more food from Serwin Thin Bristle. But you all are able to make your way through the streets, and the city is picking up, and you start to see kind of, as you pass the market, the entrance into the market square, you see people are bustling and running in and out of stores, buying different things from weapons to armors and things like that. And you reach the kind of the exit to the city, and you see there is a stable kind of off to the right that seems to be training animals and things like that. Do you all wish to attempt to get a mount, or do you wish to go on foot? Going on foot would about double the amount of time it would take to get there. So it would take you about an hour and a half to 2 hours, 15 minutes.
However, if we get horses and we don't have anybody to wait outside and watch them,
Reagan wishes to invest in a horse.
Yeah, probably a mount at least to get there.
Just in case the person is injured.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Can I just conjure an animal? Like conjure animals for us?
It only lasts an hour if you specifically have conjure animals.
If we do conjure animals, then the way there wouldn't be that long, because would be shorter.
It would be shorter.
If you conjured animals, yeah, you would get there. You would basically be getting there right as the spell would be fading.
Yeah,
I can just. And if we have an injured person, if it breaks or if you break concentration,
yeah, so
that's a risky run.
Yeah, that's with the mounts. We could have someone. We could have the horses there also on the way back, as long as nothing attacked the horses. Versus if we were to use your conjure animals for their back, that's 2 level 3 spell slots you would have to keep on standby for our transition back home.
At that level where you made a spell slots yet.
yeah, we got a few more to go.
If that's what you wish, we're down for it. It's just
I just want to save money. That's all.
Oh, if that was the case, Aspen would pay for your horse. If you would,
okay, I'll accept that.
Well, you have to say it in character because Aspen wouldn't know that was
all right.
the concern. But
well, I don't really want to spend money on a horse. I was gonna think of conjuring the animals for us because that saves us money.
Well, money is no desire for me. I have no reasons to really use this, so I can pay for yours.
I accept graciously.
All right. Yeah, so Aspen will pay for Dewdrop's horse.
Reagan will chip in.
Well, thank you.
As you approach, you make your way over to these almost looks a bit like a barracks and a stable kind of combined together. And as you approach, there's a raven folk with kind of long black feathers who's wielding kind of what looks to be like a metal barbed kind of long weapon of sorts on their kind of left side. And as you approach, they kind of look up at you. Hello. Do you come for personal reasons, or do you wish to purchase or rent a piece today?
Personal reasons.
Personal reasons. I guess the guy would say, or maybe the date. Aspen will look up and say, "We're here to rent 5 of your best horses."
Oh, well, we have 5 war horses, if that is what you want after. For all 5, if you rent them for the day, assuming you bring them back to me, about 100 gold.
Not a problem, and they'll slide over 100 gold.
Your regular guy, hold on to some of that, friend, and he'll pull out 50. So that's 250s. You make 100.
If you need the horses to wear armor, that would increase the price. I assume you do not need armored horses, yes?
No, we are now planning to use the horses for combat, just more for speed. So presuming if these are your fastest horses to get to a specific location, that's all we need.
Oh, they'll get you there quickly, all right? And he does step away, and a few moments later, he and a few other people are leading out these absolutely massive war horses. They are about twice as big as regular horses. And as they kind of come around, you see they seem to be very well behaved. They don't seem to be kind of moving or pulling away. And the raven folk kind of turns to you and goes, "Well."
They Aspen takes a look at one of the horses. It says, if one was to wish to purchase these horses, how much would that cost?"
Well, again, if we assume that you do not want them to be armored, and if you choose not to buy any food from us as well, 200 gold.
Done. They'll slide over 200 more gold.
Are you sure you don't want to reconsider, friend? A horse is a great responsibility.
I can. Oh no, of course. I reside in the wild. We're all about taking care of animals and making sure they're addressed. And so it should be relatively simple for me.
But you see, friend, in places like these, we have these things called land laws and city ordinances, where you can't simply just have 5 horses on someone else's land.
Well, just to clarify, Aspen was only buying for 1 horse. That 1 horse was 200.
That 1 horse is 200.
Yeah, the 1 horse was 200. Yeah, so
okay.
My assumption, right? Did I get that correct, or was the 200 for?
Yeah, no, you got 1. No,
okay, it's 1 horse.
No.
Exactly.
It would cost a lot more to buy all of it.
I don't know, your economy is crazy, Ree. That's why I'm like.
You got the Walmarts of houses like that. They have like produce, weapons, and swords.
Yes. It's 2 gold for tortillas, 1 gold for me.
I love this.
You just
place.
agree to the price. You just agree to the price. I don't know what you want me to say.
So yeah, as we look forward, it says, "I only purchase for mine. I respect this beast. I would like to have this beast along with me for my travels. So they will stay out with me when I reside outside of the city walls. I have no interest of staying within the city as much as possibly can. So I will make sure this horse is protected out here at the wildlife."
Very well, friend.
And so yeah, so Aspen will pretty much Legolas flip on top of on top of his war horse, and looks on it. His horse is a deep dark black. Chocolate as chocolate can be. Muscles, of course, building off of it. But even though it's really muscular, I would say it still has a bit of a friendly face to it. But very attentive. So that's my horse. I'm not sure if y'all want to describe your horses, but that's mine.
I'll give you a picture to show you what they kind of look like.
Oh, cool. Reagan will actually lean in to the shopkeeper, the Raven folk.
terrible horse, Ree.
And Reagan will say, like, have any of your horses suffering any sort of physical injury or discomfort?
I feel like that one horse could pretty much take everybody.
Not.
We could just stick something behind it, like a cart or something.
I'm gonna sleep on top of that horse while that
And we
horse is traveling.
could
I'm
have
gonna
some-
put like a traveling bed on it.
Well, I was gonna say, you know
Have a
those,
piece of your bed on it.
you know those,
I already
like,
have one.
you know those tents that free climbers have that they stick on the side of the mountain when they're climbing up the cliff to take a nap halfway up? Yeah, you could do that with this horse.
Yep.
To answer your question, he kind of looks at you for a moment and no, we all seem to be doing well for the moment anyway. We have an agreement with the church to make sure that nothing gets out of hand, and there's a druidic circle that comes by every once in a while.
Very well. I was willing to lend a hand just in case any of them needed emergency medical attention. I am duty bound after all.
It is good that you're willing to assist, and we'll keep that in mind.
Reagan nods and leads the 4 other horses. Was it 3 other horses? I can't count no more. Good grief. You bought yours and you're on it.
Yeah, I'm on mine, so I'm just writing ahead.
Yeah, it's 4 other horses. Okay.
Mhm.
Leads them out. Like, we have horses, friends. And Aspens is there to stay with them.
Well,
All right, and the horses do come with everything you would need to mount them and saddle and all that stuff. And they do have bags in case you need to carry, other stuff.
all right. And I guess with that, we ride off towards the cave.
All right, as they are making their way to this cave, we are going to take our break for the evening. So feel free to take care of whatever you need to take care of, and we'll be back in about 15 minutes. So we'll see you then. All right, welcome back, and we're just going to dive right on in and picking up where we left off. So, as you all are on your big horses and are heading out, I assume you all will be taking the actual path, the paved road in this direction.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then it will take you 45 minutes to an hour. Can I have each of you make me... Actually, no, with this amount of time, I will say 2 of you can make a perception check to keep an eye on your surroundings. If you wish, you can take disadvantage on the checks and move at a bit faster pace. That will mean you will have a harder time spotting any dangers, or you can go slower and have an easier time spotting dangers.
I say
You can go slower.
Yeah, we go slower.
All right.
What's high perception?
That
Plus 9
will
for me.
take the journey to about an hour and a half.
I have a +8.
Yeah, y'all go right ahead with that.
Plus 8, plus 9. Woo! We got some nice perceptive individuals here.
Axel, I know what you're a rogue. What you?
Huh? Oh, I rolled it already. It's 25.
No,
Yeah,
only
Orlando
2 people
was
get to
part of
roll,
it.
but I guess now
Oh,
weren't
sorry.
listening.
Yeah, only 2 people. You all can fight each other to the death over the right to roll the next one.
I'm out. Y'all go
I
ahead.
give it to Aspen.
All right. That's 27.
Sure. Where's your pride? All right. So with a 27 and a 25. You first of all, the journey itself is pretty easy. You're able to kind of see where different animals are and kind of avoid them enough so you don't actually encounter anything. But as you're moving, you see large amounts of the kind of plains beasts moving about. You see kind of where you can make out some larger streams where toads and giant toads are located. Giant moths are flying about. And assuming that you all continue on your journey, the sun is just about getting to the kind of apex in the sky, the warmest part of the day, as you are arriving on this. So it looks to be just kind of this kind of smallish, slowly descending downward hole in the ground, basically. As you approach, you see that there is already a horse that has been tied to a kind of a spike that's been driven into the ground.
Is there any other trees or a place nearby where we could be able to stow our horses?
Not immediately close by. This area itself is kind of open land, but maybe 45, 50 feet away, there are a few trees.
Okay. Yeah, Aspen would definitely head over to there to safely stow their horse.
Do the rest of you do this too?
Yeah.
All right, you all leave your horses tied up and you make your way towards the entrance. Assuming you all are entering, can I have a order that you're entering? What's the word? What order are you entering in?
Aspen, of course, will bring out their Drake, Abra. I think I call him Abra. Yeah.
The other name is copywritten.
Yeah, exactly. So it's Abra.
Spyro?
Spyro? Oh, I think that's also copywritten.
That's even worse.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so they'll bring out their Drake Umbra. They'll definitely be up in the front because this is they're the one who brought them there. So I'm not sure. Is it like what, 2x2? Is it 1x1? How is the how wide is
It's
the
about
path?
large enough for 2x2.
Okay. I mean, because I was definitely gonna be up near the front, scouting kind of ahead, stealthing. Because you can easily see in the dark and stuff. So I'm sure Aspen would probably be poking his nose around up there too. Because I know this is his mission after all.
Reagan is going for a spot that is as advantageous as possible for those that are more perceptive than he. It's just straight up.
I would say you'd want maybe a 10 to 15 foot kind of gap between them and yourself to give them kind of a good chance to not be noticed.
Clank, clank, clank.
Clank, clank, clank. Yep.
He's not wearing that kind of armor. He just had bad rolls.
Right. Can I have my stealthy people roll stealth checks?
Yeah, we got you covered there.
You're not so stealthy,
If you're not-
people? Question mark.
Beautiful
I mean,
place.
you can just vibe while walking forward, I guess.
Oh,
I mean, I rolled stealth still.
y'all can just
and
let Reagan know if y'all need light.
I do, because I do not have dark vision.
Well, Reagan will wait because he's been on a few ventures with Aspen and Axel, so he's just like they like to move stealthily, and if I just light up like a flashlight, that's not helping them.
Yeah.
Awesome.
A almost always start their missions stealthy. I don't think we ever start a mission non-stealthy.
Sadly,
right,
only rolled
then-
18 though.
18, okay. So I believe Reagan isn't stealthing. Is Layla or Dewdrop stealthing?
Yeah, I got an 18 plus
Yeah.
2, so 20.
I
Nice.
forgot to roll. Pray for my brain.
I pray for my brain.
18.
So think about those biscuits.
Okay. All right. Then as you all are crouching down, can I have what are your passive perceptions?
Reagan's is 11.
18.
11,
18.
18,
19.
19.
Oh, 17.
Oh, yeah.
17.
I'll be honest.
All
This is
right.
the most perceptive group I have ever been in, ever. Like the most I've seen before, maybe 2 people's hitting the high numbers, but wow, this is amazing.
Perception
All
matters.
Then,
Mhm.
everybody but Reagan notices a few different things. One, for those of you with dark vision, you pick up the slight traces of discarded like fur along the sides of the cave around you. And then those of you with dark vision and without it, you begin to kind of notice that the hairs on your body are kind of standing up, and you get that kind of electric-y taste in the air, that kind of ozone-y smell and taste as you're moving.
Mm. Oh, we
I'm
don't hear
writing
you,
you a
Philip.
note, Ree.
We don't hear you, Ari.
Um, Aspen, what is in this cave, perchance?
I'm not sure, but would I know the nature of sapphire dragons and if they could use like thunder-based attacks?
You can roll a history check with advantage.
Ooh, 17. 17 plus 1, 18.
18, you do know that sapphire dragons do not tend to do things with a lightning or shock or anything like that. Let's see. With an 18, you know that most sapphire dragons are military or very dangerous in general, and they tend to enjoy eating giant spiders as well. And they also tend to use like telekinetic attacks, so just kind of raw force.
I'm not too sure where this lightning is stemming from. I know a bit about sapphire dragons in general, but lightning isn't attached to them, and for some reason, the hair. Wait, would I have hair? Well, yeah, I do have hair. The hair on my scalp is kind of rising a bit. I can feel it.
And you do see Layla briefly, because she's got very long white hair. It's just like to herself, just like, oh no.
And
Ecstatic out of it.
You may be doing that for a while, but I guess just keep an eye out for anything of lightning-based nature, because clearly something fishy going on. That's for sure.
Yes, definitely. There's something weird here,
Mm-hmm.
along with all the little fur bits.
Yeah. On the plus side, with the horse still being outside, that should provide the idea that Adriosa should still be here. So that's a plus. And they'll look around and continue making their way forward.
All right. As you all are moving, you arrive at what looks to be like a kind of a mid-sized cavern around you. The room seems to be overall circular, and as you see, there are several paths going in different directions. One that's directly in front of you, two to either side, and then two that are kind of diagonally from you. And as you kind of look around, one, you realize that Reagan is still a good distance away from you. So they may not be aware of what decision you make. And as you kind of look around, you start to begin to hear the very faint sound of wing beats, seemingly coming in towards this direction. But the fact that you're in a cave and the sound is kind of bouncing off of the caverns around you is making it hard to know for sure.
It sounds like it's coming towards this direction.
It does, yes.
Aspen will look to Axel. I think we're getting company soon.
I hear them too.
Yes, if your passive perception was high enough for the other thing, you hear it. So everyone would hear it except for Reagan.
Sounds like bats.
Bats, or something larger.
Does it sound like little fluttering, or I feel like something big?
Roll perception with disadvantage to see if you get any other details.
Ooh, okay, disadvantage.
Caves make it hard to hear stuff.
It's true.
Oh, well, nope. It was started off strong to that disadvantage got me 12.
You aren't sure. It's louder than you'd expect from kind of a small animal, but you also know that the sound is bouncing off the caves, so you aren't sure if you're dealing with like just a large amount of things, or if they're bigger than normal, or if the sound is just distorted inside the cave you're in.
Is that perception with disadvantage, right?
Yes.
I rolled a 13 on the die, so 20.
Okay, with a 20, you are pretty confident that the sound is coming from either one of the two paths that are to your right,
Okay.
and you think it is not a lot of things that are approaching, so maybe it's bigger things that are coming, but it's difficult to tell. Like you can hear the sounds, and you can tell that what you're hearing is like repeated as it's kind of bouncing off of the cavern around you, but you don't think it's a large amount. You think maybe between 2 and 5, maybe.
Okay. I express this to my companions, and I say that it's coming from the right part here. The two paths from the right. I can't figure out which one it is, but it is coming from one of these two, and it does sound like it's a big thing, like a couple of big things, and not multiple small things.
In that case, we're not sure if it's friend or foe, and since, if I recall, all of us here are a bit on the stealthier side. If we can be able to find a spot to hide, we could be able to see exactly what's approaching.
Just
I
a
can-
flat kind of tunnel. With
Is there mud?
I thought there
Or
may be rocks
sand?
or something. Yeah.
There
Do you
are
want me to cover
stalagmites
you in mud?
around.
Yeah.
Do you want me to cover you in mud?
Yeah.
I'm gonna PETA this bitch.
Yeah,
Reagan, Reagan,
he
my
wa-
dear friend, can I have you roll me a stealth check, please?
Got it.
Uh-oh.
And I believe yours is at disadvantage from armor. Is that correct?
Nope.
What's up?
Not the armor he has on.
You can be
Yeah,
stealthy.
he's just not proficient in it, but he can be.
Stealthy.
He can be
Don't
stealthy,
be
or-
scared.
He can be the bait for the trap.
That's a 14 straight.
For the rest of you hear Reagan come kind of trotting into the cave, and he's not super loud, but inside the cave it sounds much louder. You know, if you've ever tried to be quiet and like, you know, just done anything, it just sounds like it. Like it sounds more intense. And you begin to hear the sound of these wings approaching faster.
I got my crossbow out and ready.
Yeah.
And like 60 feet of dark vision, so.
Yeah, Aspen and their Drake is going to attempt to hide behind the stalagmites and pretty much stealth to see what approaches.
Same. Just trying to wait in ambush for whatever we think it's coming.
Yeah,
Okay,
Layla's
I will
actually
say-
joining in the sneak and stab.
Make me stealth checks to hide. I will say you guys have enough time so you won't have disadvantage. You can find little nooks and crannies to duck into.
29 on
You want me to make another one, or am I keeping the 14?
If you're hiding, you have to make another one, yeah.
You got it.
28.
All right.
29.
16.
Yeah, okay.
45.
What did you say, D-Drop?
17.
Okay. All
Right.
right. As you all duck down and kind of hide amongst the stalagmites and stalactites, it takes a moment before you begin to hear it. As these wing beats get closer, you begin to hear the faint crackling of electricity, and you see digging its nails and claws into the kind of ceiling around you is one of these long bat-like creatures covered in long, luxurious blue fur. Its face is kind of scrunched up with large bulbous eyes and twin horn-like antennae that kind of go back towards the back of its head. And you see it kind of crawling along the ceiling for a moment before 3 more enter the cavern and look around. What do you want to do?
Are they just like pausing to look, or does it seem like they're moving through?
They seem to have stopped for the moment. I would say you can make an insight check at disadvantage, see if you can understand their motives. And since you don't have prior experience.
What about animal
go ahead.
handling?
Sure.
Okay. Wait, did you say disadvantage?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because none of you have experience with this thing.
Well, the first roll was an 18, but the second roll was a 3, so that's gonna be a 9.
What are we rolling? Sorry.
Either animal
they are
handling
rolling
or insight and disadvantage.
Or insight?
With disadvantage.
All right.
Can Reagan hold action?
What action would you like to hold?
If Reagan hears an attack order from any of his party members or a cry for help, Reagan will attack the nearest bat with his polearm.
No, that's fine.
I got 22 at disadvantage.
Ooh, wow.
All right. Well, with the 22, you don't think they have noticed you. They seem to be more looking for maybe food or something. Oh, wait, hold on. Dewdrop doesn't have dark vision, do they?
No.
All right. Well, you don't see anything. Never mind.
That's
I
a
don't
shame.
see anything, but I feel like.
Well, you see
They're
light.
not-
You see bolts of electricity in the distance a little bit. It's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
No creepy.
I don't see anything, but I feel deep in my inside soul that they're not really looking for us. They're looking for food. But that's just the insight in my soul.
Like saying
I don't
this out
see-
loud to your.
Yes.
Do you say that out loud?
No, I whisper it to Regan.
Roll. I don't even know what the roll would be for whispering and not getting caught.
Be
Just
stealth.
go with
Stealth, yeah.
stealth. Yeah, stealth with disadvantage.
Why disadvantage? Why?
They're talking and they're right there.
It's a whisper though.
It's a cave. Sound bounces off caves.
I'm glad I'm holding an action.
It's
glad
a
I'm holding an
whisper.
action.
You know, since you all can't say I don't give you anything, I'll let you do it at. I should let you do it straight, guys. I'll let you do it.
Thank you. Is 16 okay?
Let's see. I'm gonna roll. I feel like rolling. Oh well.
Dark Skull, Dewdrop dies.
You bitch. You're doing this on purpose.
You all freeze for a moment as you with dark vision. For just a second, they seem
beat
to
that shit.
kind of. No, it has a +3 in perception.
No,
it does. I'm looking at this.
you're just making stuff up.
It's right here in front of my face. I see it.
Wow.
I see the
Wow.
statue.
Wow.
It's right there.
Wow.
Look, there's rules.
Wait, don't I
There
have
are rules.
inspiration?
See?
You said I got inspiration for saying hymns or whatever in hers.
Y'all said you're
Yes,
joking
you do.
unison.
What do I add for? What do I do with that?
Just let's see reroll.
16 is pretty high.
Yeah, but apparently it has +3, and then
So inspiration. Like,
bitch, 17 plus.
Be doing that inspiration roll at the beginning instead of
19.
reacting to.
I don't
failing
care.
the roll.
I already did it.
The creatures, they seem to kind of move about for a moment before two of them take off further into the cave furthest from where you're hiding. Therefore, the other two seem to wait for a little bit longer before heading down the cave in the opposite direction, so the cave closest to you. And then things get quiet.
Bitch.
What did Dewdrop even whisper?
I said they're not looking for us, they're looking for food. I feel it in my soul, in my inside soul.
My insight soul.
Would you be looking at Reagan when you say that, or assuming where Reagan is, Reagan's general?
Reagan's general
Being.
direction.
At the lightning, and she's just like, that lightning doesn't seem to be searching for food.
Well, yeah, in Dewdrop's case, because Dewdrop does not have dark vision, all Dewdrop would see is like probably, I don't know how dark it is, maybe Reagan's silhouette, but glowing red eyes.
Awesome.
And you get no response.
All
Cool.
right.
I like the eyes.
Reagan says nothing. To
Did you always
Aspen
have
and
that?
Axel, to Aspen and Axel, y'all would know this. This is Reagan dons this helmet when he fights, and when Reagan puts on this helmet to fight, he doesn't talk.
Have you always had that?
Reagan says nothing.
Got real quiet there, Ian.
Still says nothing. Yeah, but you also know that Reagan follows orders and is still listening to you and responds to you.
Perfect.
And will help you.
In that case, Axel is going to, Aspen is going to look down to the ground to see if they could find foot tracks that could possibly lead the direction of where Adriosa went to.
Give me perception of survival.
Perfect. Ooh, okay. 23.
Yeah, me too. You see the kind of the smallish sized boot track with what looks to be like a tail indentation or indentation, whatever, in
Indentation.
the kind of
Okay.
dirt and like the dirt and dust of the cave.
Perfect. And it's, I see the tracks that's leading down this way. And they'll follow the tracks.
Yep.
It's stealth mode.
Axel's not going to say anything unless there's a reason to speak. So.
Mm-hmm.
And with Reagan.
SWAT
And follow
team
suit.
mode.
All right, as you all are moving through the cave, it becomes very eerily quiet almost. And as you follow this path, it kind of becomes a bit narrower, and you start to brush shoulders against the rocks as you attempt to kind of move by it. And as you get further inside, you begin to hear what sounds kind of like breathing, just loud, concentrated breathing.
Axel will hold up the hand gesture he normally uses for stop. Then he'll point to his ear, and then he'll point to the ground to indicate that he's going to stealth forward.
Reagan cannot see that.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's true. Well, he's going to show that to Axel primarily because Axel is definitely one of the ones in the front. And he's also going to point it to Layla as well.
Layla will turn around and very quietly say, "We're going to go very quietly."
Reagan will nod and stay put. Reagan knows better than to jeopardize a stealth mission.
All right, and they'll try to stealth forward to see what's taking place.
Right. As you are moving forward, you enter a cavern that's a bit larger, maybe like 50 feet. You can see on the other end there is both a pathway that's kind of on the ground leading further into the cave, and then there seems to be kind of larger pathways in the actual rock above you. Roll a perception check.
All right. Woohoo! 17 plus 9. That's going to be a 26.
Okay, you see about maybe 40 feet kind of in front of you and up, there is the kind of hunched form of what looks to be like a large, actually huge bat-like creature.
Oh. What about the sight of Adriosa? Do we see her around by chance?
Not yet.
Interesting. What about the tracks? Where does the tracks on the ground lead to?
They seem to continue forward, and then there's the range of your vision where you stop seeing it.
Okay, so they kind of look up. They're going to definitely point to the giant bat. Sounds like breathing, so he's gonna do the gesture from maybe sleeping, and then is going to see if there's a location to stealth around to kind of avoid dealing with this individual.
You figure you could probably make it without much of an issue. You're pretty stealthy, but there isn't like a way around. There's really just this cavern, there's the other path, and there's like the path that's on the wall. So you'd have to basically, make it across the cavern without making too much noise.
All right. Oh wait, Reagan. They stay behind, right?
Mm-hmm. Reagan's waiting on
Yeah,
y'all.
a few feet behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Giant bat.
Yeah, they're going to have Umbra fly around Regan in a circle around them before getting them to fly forward to kind of give the indication they should join us because we're about to transition down this path and see if we can get past stealthy enough.
How big?
It'll
Go
be a
and try.
tight flight, but it can be done.
All right.
So it's one giant creature. Is it like a large size? Like
Huge, right?
huge?
It was huge.
Okay. So like takes up the whole dang cavern.
Well, no, huge is what?
The size
15?
category
30?
above large.
15,
I think it's
50.
30 to somewhere between 30 and 50. if I remember
Oh, really?
correctly.
Well,
Think so.
I thought
Think.
huge was. I thought huge was.
It's a
15.
big
Let me-
bitch.
let me double check.
It's a
It's
big
big.
bitch.
Because I
It's
thought
big.
large was 10 to 15, and then huge was 15 to 15. Well, I'll double check. Anyway, it's quick.
It's bigger than that horse.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh no, large is between 8 and so it's between 16 and 32 feet.
16 and 32.
Mm.
Okay, gotcha. Perfect. So yeah, they're going to try to make their way across the path without disturbing them. We'll see if we can stealth through.
Make stealth checks with disadvantage.
Oh, well, it ain't gonna happen.
It's a bat. It's a bat, you guys. It sees with bat stuff.
Makes sense.
All right. It's gonna be rough.
Come on,
Yeah,
I believe in you.
That's a 9 from Reagan.
yeah.
Oh,
Even wait, with disadvantage, I rolled a 5, so that was a 13. The first roll would have been great. I would have 2, but no, not with disadvantage.
Stealth at disadvantage was a 12 for Layla.
If it starts moving, Axel's gonna shoot it
okay.
and
What
move.
do you drop? What was your number?
I think you're muted.
Is that or she said something mean?
Dewdrop doesn't see anything, right? Why does she care?
No, it's dark. Well, the
Walk
dewdrop's
right.
just
You hear the sounds of breathing.
yeah. You
Dewdrop
would hear
doesn't-
this
Heavy
breathing, this
breathing.
heavy kind of breathing. Yeah.
So
What did you make us roll? Sorry, I was thinking about something, like my nameless gods. What did you make us
Wow.
roll?
Stealth at disadvantage.
odds now.
9.
9.
We match. Yay.
So, as I believe, yes. Okay. So, who would have went first? That's what I'll say. Who would have went first?
Axel, Aspen and Axel, yeah.
Okay. Then Aspen, as you are moving, bat creature seems to stir for a moment before kind of calming back down. Same for you, Axel. There's kind of a moment where you aren't sure if it's noticed you before ever the cave seems to go silent again. And then as Layla begins to make her way, you get about 75% across the distance where the bat seems to kind of stretch a bit and you freeze. And the moment seems to go on forever before it quiets down. And then as Ragged and Dewdrop begin to make it, they get about halfway across before the bat seems to kind of expand its wings to its full height, almost kind of bathing the cave in deeper shadows before it lets out a shriek that fills the air. And you can have everyone make Constitution saves, please.
Okay.
God damn it, Cyril.
Its passive perception was a 10.
I couldn't have kind of been
What?
higher. Dang.
This
You were so close.
this isn't a poisoned thing, is it?
No.
Oh.
No.
Then it's an 11.
Regan got a 13.
Ooh,
The natural
20.
one.
Natural 20 for me. So that'd be a 24.
7.
Natural one for Dewdrop.
Oh, we're talking about two opposite ends of the spectrum. Yeesh.
Oh my god.
So 3. Are you happy, Ree? I can
Hold
tell.
Hold on.
I can tell. I can
Hold
Ree, are you happy?
Oh, boom.
Are you happy?
The dungeon master needs a second.
I was about to say, am I able to get a shot off? Like, because I said I wanted to fire at it when it moved a lot. But I guess.
Oh goodness.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay. This is what we're going to do. So if you rolled underneath a 16, you take 21 points of thunder damage. If you rolled an 11 or lower, you are stunned.
With the 21 as well?
Yes.
Okay.
I will say,
21.
since you did state before, you can take a shot at it, Axel.
Do I take any damage with that natural 20?
I will say you will have been. I would say you'd understand how bats work. So you would take half down to 10, and you don't have to worry about the. You still are able. You are able to take an attack, as we'll say you would have been preparing yourself when the bat started to move. So we'll say for the 20.
Does that count as a first? Does that count as a surprise round then? I'm assuming.
I mean, it won't be a round, but yeah, you could take I'll say you would consider to have surprised it. It did not know you were there.
Well,
Knew
I'm
about the other two.
I'm trying to figure out how the Gloomstalker thing would work, since normally first.
Yes, you treat it as if you have surprised this enemy. Both you and Aspen would have surprised. We'll say surprised it, since you got across safely. It did not notice you, and it only noticed the last two.
All right. How far away are they?
It's like a 30. It's like a huge radius.
Are you asking about the bat, or are you asking about your companions?
The bat. Yeah. How far away is the bat? Because that would essentially determine what I can hit them with.
I would say from where you are to the bat, I would say about 45 feet. It's both horizontal and vertical distance.
Okay, so long. So I have to use my longbow. Okay.
The Pythagorean theorem, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. So then for my attack, I'm just going to unleash my bow on them.
I'm going to let me roll 2 of these attacks.
Nice.
The first one hit. I mean, the first one misses. The second one hits 25.
All right. So
That's a natural 20.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's do the weapon, and that's with my sharpshooter, because I was rolling with only +5. So it's, I forgot it's double damage, right? Or
Yep. Roll it all and then double it.
I'm going
Oh,
to use my daily
so-
marksman.
42. And then where's sneak attack? Because it's
I believe that is a D. What you wrote there was just another attack on here. It's a D20 roll. You
Oh, what
would
the hell?
click on
God
the
damn
Yeah,
it.
click the
the
word.
That's what I was trying to do.
below the number, not on the sheet.
Oh, what? Oh.
Yeah.
Hold on.
In the attack window, right below
Yeah.
the 25, click on the number for sharpshooter heavy crossbow,
Oh, okay.
and it should roll the damage then.
Okay, I see.
Oh my goodness,
So,
that's
52.
20 points. So damn, Lord.
Sneak attack for an extra 4.
So, as you pull your crossbow, you take a moment to aim and you catch it just as it's beginning to kind of descend, and you manage to get the bolt almost where you would figure this creature's heart would be, and the bolt just kind of smashes into it, and you see it almost lose its position in the air. You deal 52 points, 56 points of damage. That was a good hit. That was a lot of damage. Your turn, Aspen.
So I
It's gotta
rolled.
help me once in a while, just once.
So I rolled. So it was a 17 on the die. I used deadly marksman. So that made it a +8, a +7 to hit. So that would be 7 is 24, which I'm presuming was going to hit. So I gave myself the attack of the reaction from the Drake. They grabbed me an extra D6 of fire damage. So that together total. Do you need to split up or together? Did they
No,
have any resistance?
good.
Okay. All right. In that case, they had 11.
I don't believe you do any
Wait.
thunder damage.
All right. No, I don't. 11 plus 9. 11 plus 8. 19 points of damage.
Okay.
And that's it?
19. Yes. All right. Okay. Now, friends, I need for you to roll me initiative.
Da-da-da-da. Okay.
Oh boy.
Of course I rolled an 8. It's okay. It'll eat me before I have a chance to do anything else.
Oh yeah, I should have clicked on one. Where is the map?
You should be able to see the battle map. I will get that fixed for full on battle soon.
Okay.
Well, I see nothing.
This is true.
Black screen.
My dark vision isn't working.
That's okay. I don't have dark vision.
Exactly what you
Let
should
me-
be
let
seeing.
Let me fix that for you. Let me change that for you. What the hell?
Ooh, this is beautiful.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me get your sheets. Once your characters is on there, you should be able to see.
Yeah, I already adjusted my health.
Yeah.
That's why it says 10 out of 32.
Yeah.
But you're
Okay,
at-
so you all should be able to see the actual battle map now, correct?
Mhm.
Everyone see that? Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, we got whooped on. Good grief.
That was worse than that fucking green dragon. Well, I guess technically not really.
No. That green dragon pretty much
That
almost
thing-
laid us out in one attack. Yeah, that was.
It did more damage than that breath weapon. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's a
Click
breath
on your
weapon, so-
token and then hit the thing so it'll update in there for me, please.
Hit the
Please
what?
do that for me. Click on your token and then hit the initiative so that way it'll do it for you.
Oh. What if I already
How do
roll
you-
initiative? It sucks.
When you click on your token and hit roll initiative, then you can edit the number.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So do you want me to roll again then? Or do I just click on the roll that I put in the window?
Click on the token and then roll it again and then just edit it. Because it won't show up in the actual turn tracker unless
Don't-
you click on that first.
Where
And
do you
that would have
click
been a
on
lovely
it?
one. Oh well.
What you saying, Ari?
I don't see where to click on it.
Just
Yeah.
click on your token first, and then on the character sheet there should be a
Oh.
an initiative button. Just click that.
How the fuck do you have fractional initiative?
That's what I'm
I
trying
don't
to.
even know. But mine is I got a, what did I put? 17. So I'm gonna edit that.
All I know is Aspen better lay this thing out. Aspen, and who's the number 17 there? That dewdrop?
Yeah.
Y'all better put in some work. Get it done.
Wait, what? So what was I right here? Where was I at? Where was I at? Right
I mean, you can position yourselves now.
No, I'm blind. I'm staying where I am.
So here's the question though: is this side of the room the opposite side we entered from?
Yes. So you all came from here.
Okay.
You started being stealthy, like right about here. You moved. Most of you made it here, then it shrieked, and then I would assume you all would kind of run to be together-ish. But if not, you can move in the cave however you like.
Yeah, I figured I'd probably been. I don't know. I don't know about Aspen's character, but I probably would have wanted to have my back to a tunnel since this thing's big. I'm figuring if I needed to retreat, like it can't follow me down one of these narrow corridors.
Aspen shoots long distance when he has to, but Aspen prefers close-up combat. So,
all right, well,
50-50.
our lovely bard, it's your turn.
I was not planning on this. It's
Lions
so
are never good to have.
no, they're not. She is going to cast Dissonant Whispers on them, which means he needs to make a Wisdom 14 saving throw.
How dare you do such a thing to my bat?
5 wisdom saving throw.
That's a 9.
So it is going to take 13 points of psychic damage, and it must immediately reuse its reaction to move as far as its speed allows away from me.
Might not be good, actually.
All right, well, it's just gonna go through this direction very far.
Everybody run!
Move
I
very
kept playing
quickly.
catch up.
I know.
Let's move that way.
Well, not much I can do now. They are too far away.
Dude, we can just continue down the cave. Like,
Let's go!
what's it gonna do? Follow us?
Oh, they can, because they got through these holes, so they can go through these holes. They can definitely go through here as well.
The one Axel is by seems pretty narrow.
The monster disappear?
The monster went through this carrier, this area, and
Like-
this area, so they can
They was scared it off.
I hate you.
If it's a huge creature, and that's like a minimum of
Yes,
5 feet.
the cave mapping is not perfect. Okay, guys, it is not perfection. But there are some, as you see in the cave, there are some that were clearly like meant for regular people to move, and some parts of the cave that you can see were clearly changed so that it can move. It's kind of like you see that the tunnels of things were widened that are kind of up in the sky, like the upper part of the actual cave. But yes, this 2D is not very good for that. But the time until Dissonant Whispers runs off is ticking.
How long does it last for?
6 seconds.
Oh, okay. So it would just come right back. All right. Well, is it my turn yet, or?
But since the enemy is not actively in the combat, I will say you all can act freely. We will come back to this order should we need to, but until that happens, you all can do what you want.
Okay, we run away now.
Does anybody have healing? we might all need to, I think we all need to heal, technically. How much did everybody take? I know I took the full, just...
I also took the full damage.
Yeah.
As did Reagan.
Let's see.
I got
was also stunned. So
Smashed. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, started. She can't move.
Yeah, that's right. I'm
Nope.
stunned for 6 seconds.
Yeah,
So we
Dewdrop
have
is
to
done
wait.
for the minute, actually.
neither Reagan and Dewdrop can
A
see.
minute or something. Yes, y'all can better grab Dewdrop at all.
I mean, nobody.
Reagan would if he could see her.
Nobody can see me.
Can in theory, could Layla pick Dewdrop up and cart her off
Layla's strong enough.
with her negative
how heavy-
1 in strength?
How heavy? How heavy is Dewdrop?
Let me see. What did I put? £130.
And what's your strength score, Layla?
It is a whole whopping 9.
It's that strength. Okay.
Nope, she's too heavy for you to pick up, but you could drag her.
The gently under the arms drag.
You would need at least 10 to be able to pick up Dewdrop. Because 10 times 15
She
is about
just
150.
gently hooks her arms underneath hers and
You can
just
say
like
something to
dragging her
Reagan.
backward.
Reagan's got you. You just gotta tell him.
Reagan,
No,
grab her
I
feet,
think this
please,
is
so we
better.
can move.
This is
Reagan
better.
kind of feels around and
try
hopefully
to-
makes his way to her Dewdrop's feet and picks up that end.
This fight's gonna turn into a Benny Hill cartoon.
He can't see. He is wounded and cannot see.
Maybe this will give us enough time to get unstunned. But
who's all stunned at the moment?
Axel's
Reagan
stunned.
can- Yeah.
Axel is stunned and Dewdrop stunned? Okay. In that case, if they see what's going on and see that they're unable to move, Aspen is going to scoop up Axel because he has pretty much he has a 16 strength.
Nice.
And pretty much tapped on their shoulder as he do it. Said, "You got this," and pretty much cast Cure Wounds at first level, and then going to try to drag them away.
Axel's just like
All right.
in stunned silence.
Down the cave we go.
All right. And you all are moving as quickly as you can. You get down about half this cave before you hear the shriek again, and you see the rocks and things around you beginning to fall, and you gather that this creature is coming after you. What are you doing?
Yeah, that tracks. That tracks.
Like, where do we end up? Like,
Probably pretty mad about
Just bucking it through the cave. As you reach this next section, you will see this time a larger cavern about maybe 100 feet across, and as you enter, you see that there is what looks to be, and I would say for Dewdrop can't see anything. Axel and Aspen, I would say, you figure that you are in some sort of nest-like area, and you see kind of scattered about are things. Just doing a quick glance around, they just seem to be random things. And you see kind of unconscious towards the back is a woman who seems to be, from what you can realize, Aspen, is a half dragon with kind of sapphire scales and a long lock-like hair that descends down her back. She seems to be kind of positioned with her back against the wall, but she does not seem to be conscious at the moment.
So for Axel, you take 6 points. I'm not sorry, not 6 points. 6 plus 3, 9 points of healing. From the cure wounds, and as he sees the individual, Axel is immediately going to run towards her, and issues another level 1 cure wounds to try to break her up to speed.
As this healing energy kind of washes through her, you all hear the shriek again, and she opens her eyes and kind of looks at you all.
They take 11 points of healing.
All right, very nice. She kind of looks at you all. Who are you? Hello, hi.
Hi, I'm Axel. Looks like we came here during the nick of time. Can you stand?
Probably. I take it you ought to deal with the big thing.
Not yet. Our couple of our friends were stunned for a moment, so we wish to travel ahead while we can. We're going to most likely have to make a stand here. Do you have anything that can heal you in the meantime?
Unfortunately, not my thing. And at this point, you guys begin to see it pushing its way through the cave as this large bat-like creature, this time with blood dripping down its chest from the large bolt that was fired into it. And this dragon has half dragon kind of holds out her hand, and you see for a moment time begins to ripple, and she actually, let's see how this bat thingy does.
I was gonna say, if it's trying to push its way through, that should be enough time to get another shot off if anybody's got ranged weapons. But let's see what our new NPC friend has in store.
No,
Oh,
she
great
cast slow on it,
Oh,
and she looks at you and says, "Fortunately, I can't exactly do more than that at the moment." And it speed is half. It takes a -2 penalty to AC and dex saves. It doesn't have reactions, and it can use an action or a bonus action on its turn, but not both.
ooh. All right.
And it can only make one melee attack per turn. And we are going to go back to our original turn order. I am going to say, Layla, you had your turn around here, so we're going to move on to Aspen now. But yeah, and then we just continue down the list. Let's just see how I'll do. So here, we're just going to use the same section of battle map. We don't have a specific battle map for this specific scenario.
Okay.
So we'll just, let's see. It is a slowed, so let me put a thingy here. We'll put that means slowed. All right.
All right.
Aspen,
All right.
your turn.
Perfect. In that case, Aspen is going to run forward, and then as they run forward to get next to the creature, of course, they have their Drake friend next to them, and you see, of course, this time the flames, as it builds up, starts from their chest and just migrates up the mouth as they use their Empower Plates ability to boost up their flame breath. And they're going to have to make a DC 15 dexterity saving throw, which now seems like they have disadvantage, if I remember correctly.
Would be correct. Look at all the nice things to do for you all. Oh, right. Well, it rolled a 1, so it failed.
That ain't Kira's signature, I swear.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Anytime you're doing something, the enemy gets a natural one.
It is on brand.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay.
Go ahead, big dog. Nat 20. Go ahead.
79 points of damage.
No, I wish. I wish. But it's a lot of 6s and 5s on these numbers. 12, 18 plus 5. 18 plus 5 is 20. 23. Yeah, 23. 23. 28. 31 points of fire damage for as they just unleash this torrent of flame on this bat. And then for their bonus action, they're going to have the creature, his Drake Umbra, come by and then attack with a bite attack. As you said, their DC is 2 lower, so that should be great. Go ahead and roll this dice real quick. Oh, that's a 17 on the die, so that's going to be a plus.
That
plus
hits.
6. All right, perfect. And it'd be 1. What had another 6? So that'd be 9 points of piercing damage from Umbra.
Yes, do you all see what I have to deal with? I'm trying to make an encounter.
What you mean?
My bat monster is dying.
Aspen has a not the right word. Not a fan. What's the word I look for? They gotta make an impression with the Sapphire Half Dragon along the way. They're just like, oh, okay. Keep this in mind.
You all see this inferno of flame that seems to almost scorch the air around you as this bat creature is engulfed in bread fire. You see it begin to screech and scream out in pain as the smell of burnt fur begins to fill the air, and it smells absolutely terrible. But the bat is bloodied.
All right, and that's
Anything
it for
else you need to do, Aspen? Dewdrop.
Since
You can see
Dewdrop
it now.
Oh, I can see it now because it's on fire.
It's on fire. It's on fire.
Awesome.
It's on fire.
The bats to see the fiery bat.
Oh, there's a fiery bat. I am going to do. Let's see. Put the fire out. I'm kidding. I am going to
I would like to heal the bat, please. Thank you.
I like to heal the bat.
and talk to it nicely and offer it, a chance to
warm
say
bed.
hello to the nameless gods. I'm kidding.
You're way past that opportunity with the flames and the
Oh,
bolt
well.
hidden. It's just like
He's
You're
like,
past
I
the
won't
case.
believe you at all.
Sir, if you just stop for a minute, we can have a little chat. Now, I know this
Ooh,
doesn't look
TJ.
good.
I'm going to create bonfire.
More fire?
Yeah, I'm gonna put more fire on it.
Okay.
Well, can
Okay.
you imagine
Is
you had
that
a
a
giant
deck
bat
save?
as part of your cult?
I think Dewdrop thinks it's a witch, so it's kind of.
Welcome our first member of the cult of the names god.
Create bonfire under the witch.
All right, so it's a deck save, I believe.
15.
The nameless god of being set on fire.
Probably
I'd
out
That's
like-
there.
not a deity.
I would like to introduce to you.
You rolled a 21.
Fight check.
I would like to roll an insight check on roll 20.
On roll 20.
It does not like you.
Fucking roll 20. Let's see. I think that's all I can do, right?
I mean, I don't think you have a bonus action thing.
Yeah. I'm like, oh well.
All right, then it's the bat's turn, and the bat is gonna roll a d6 for something. Son of a- The bat is, since Reagan is closest to it and set it on fire, it is
Knew it
going
was coming.
to not Reagan. Reagan did that. Aspen did that. It's going to bite you. Does it? Does it want to bite you? No, it's gonna use its talons on you. Is a 19 hit?
So Aspen is going to use their reaction to cast silvery barbs. So they're going to have to. So Aspen just looks at them and says, "You don't want to do that," and they're going to have to make another roll and choose the lesser of the two rolls. And they're going to grant who uses it. They're going to grant Axel advantage on their attack because they know they definitely use 16.
Was the 16 hit?
Nope, 16 does not hit.
I hit you.
Attacking Aspen.
Reagan, it is your turn. You can see the bat that is currently burning in front of you.
This bat is on fire.
Oh, okay, I'm glad I wasn't the only one. See, I was waiting when somebody else is doing it. I was just like, I've been thinking about it for the past 2 minutes.
10, 20. Reagan will move forward since it sees that it's pretty bloody. And get in front of it, engage it. And go for. Can you both take the great weapon penalty as well as smite?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then that's exactly what Reagan's gonna do.
Ooh, oh, this thing about to take some damage. Man, you should have told me that.
Second
I
level
would've given you
smite.
advantage. I would have given you advantage.
I mean, I
Both.
can't tell you what to play, Big Dog. It's, it's your character. It's fine. All right, rolling.
Hold on.
Come on, Glaive.
Nice part is that there's two people in melee with
Oh, that
it.
ain't gonna hit. That is literally not gonna hit. Alright.
Oh, yeah,
16 hits.
Oh,
It's,
16.
No, it's
yeah,
you factor in my -5.
15.
Oh yeah, it's -5. No,
Yeah.
Oh, with the -5.
Yeah, with a -5, it doesn't hit.
No.
yeah. So even with advantage, it would have
No,
helped.
it
Okay.
miss.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It is what it
yes.
is.
You get another attack though, right?
Because he multi-class. Nope.
Oh,
That's his
okay.
one.
Gotcha. Okay.
Any bonus actions or anything like that?
Mm,
Man, that is such a major hit. That would have.
I didn't smite. I didn't
Yeah.
smite on that.
Yeah,
I can
you
choose
did.
that.
No, you
one.
don't use. You didn't use the spike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. You choose after you make the attack.
Mm-hmm.
We'll hold a thunderous smite. That's a bonus action.
Okay. This long glaive seems to tremor and shake with this kind of blackish tremor. It seems to be ethereal and oddly comforting to you, Reagan.
Hmm?
Axel, my crossbow wielding friend, what would you like to do?
You get advantage, man.
Shoot it in the face.
Please and thank you.
But that doesn't mean it's a cold shot.
I expected this.
We're not doing a cold shot. That would be bad. I guess quick question too would be, since we have people within.
Oh yeah, you would get smart. You would get
Thinking.
sneak attack.
Sneak attack.
Yeah, sneak attack.
Oh,
Yeah,
sneak attack,
We're next,
okay.
yeah.
Yep, there's someone within 5 feet.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if it mattered. I know positioning doesn't really matter as much with that here, because not like in past editions you had to be flanking, so doing like the other side or whatever. It was harder to do with ranged attacks, but okay.
Oh, you are good.
Yes, I know, right?
Good.
Yeah,
Shoot
so
your
that-
bow.
Shoot your shot. Oh, 8
There we
feet.
go.
That'll hit.
Nice.
An 18 does hit. That's enough.
That's good. 22 and 28. He's just sitting right in the back.
It's so
I'm glad somebody got it.
So much damage.
They hit hard, you know.
I mean, that
So
dude's
much damage.
shriek could have like almost one-shot most of the party, so I feel
Mhm.
like
We would have followed through on them dice. It would
We
have.
yeah. Oh, am I not merciful?
I'm gonna let you have that.
Am I not?
I'm gonna let you have it.
Am
That
I
would have
not
been an instant
merciful?
TPK. Oh my god.
I want
Oh,
someone
I just-
to come back to this like 10, 15 episodes from now when they say that I'm not nice to them and remind them of this episode.
You would have had an instant TPK and no
Good.
show, dog. What you mean?
So, no, some of you would have lived.
So sad.
Some of you would have lived.
Yeah, those nat ones saved us. That's for sure.
All right.
I think
Are
I
you?
think I
Is
would've-
that your
I think I
full
would've
turn there,
survived, but I
Axel?
would have been scorched.
oh,
One shot.
yeah, that's my turn. Yeah, no, I mean, it was last the game earlier today. Like we only had such an easy time with that green dragon because Kira's character stunned it twice with stunning this.
Otherwise, we would have been goners. We would have been goners after the
Alright.
second round.
All right. Well, Layla, it's your turn.
Dissonant whispers.
You know what? Yes, because that's her only thing. She's got daggers. She doesn't have anything long range. So yes,
You
can
dissonant
stab it.
whispers.
Poke it. Like, stick
Stab
it to
it.
the man. Or
Stabbing it so
I don't know,
very
kinda-
valid.
I'm not sure what this chat's.
Oh, but she can't
gender
do
is.
anything because she doesn't have reactions, so she can't actually move away. 'Cause she's
Yeah.
slow. That's true.
Oh, yeah, it
Hey,
doesn't have
at
a
least
reaction.
it will take the damage.
That's true.
That's true. All right. Well, wisdom.
Yes, needs wisdom. The spell saves a 14.
Oh yes.
He just like
Yes.
flip the table.
It's another 13 points of psychic damage.
Bitch ass bat.
Oh no,
All
I'm not.
right.
I'm not.
Is
I'm not
that
taking
your-
it back. Now, after that damage, that was the least. I definitely put the respect on the name.
Those were the whispers to the bat that made it go running. Bitch ass bat.
You
All
thought you would
right,
see the last of me.
Acid, it is your turn.
All right. So now that that's in place, first let me roll to see if I get my breath weapon back. I need a 5 or a 6. Nope, I got a 2. No breath.
About being
No.
out of the fight.
So no breath weapon. However, they're going to use their bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark on the creature.
God, I didn't even think about that. I have it too.
Oh yeah. And then for my action, I'm going to use Green Flame Blade to attack this individual. All right. So here we go. Oh, okay. 16 plus 16 plus 6. Does a 22 hit?
No, it doesn't. Not
Okay,
at all.
we got problems then.
Its AC increased by 10 in the last few seconds.
All right.
Called bloody defense.
Bloody defense.
Got a berserker bad. I hate it here.
All right. So in that case, I'm going to go ahead and roll my dice. So a D6 for Hunter's Mark. I'm going to add a D6 from the Infused Strikes for reaction from my Drake. 2d4, and then an extra D8 of fire damage from the.
Fam.
What's up?
This is not necessary, fam.
It is absolutely necessary.
So 10,
Fam. It's just not-
14, 17 plus 2 is 19. 19 plus. 19 plus.
Fam.
Plus
How do you want to do this? Fam, it has 10 hit points. It's out.
So Aspen takes out their blade, swings it around, and as they swing it around, you can see the golden dragon handle starts to glow as flames erupts from it, and as it erupts, it brings a large slice of fire energy, almost like if anyone ever see from Street Fighter when they throw that little that one
Swag.
Yeah. It's like that, but actual flame. It pretty much just slices through the bat, and not completely in half, but pretty much almost bisects them as they fall to the ground. Dead.
How does it feel to finish off 2 bosses in one day?
I didn't fight.
How does it feel, Kira? How does it feel?
No wonder why I feel so good about this week. This week has been great. 3 bosses, technically, if you see Fractured Destiny.
We don't get to have no fun.
What do you mean?
And as this cave is, the heat is still burning, making it very uncomfortable for those of you without any form of resistance to the flames. That is where our camera is going to fade and our story is going to conclude for this evening. So once again, please allow me to say thank all of you for being here and playing with me today. Thank those of you who are watching and who will watch in the future for watching and then enjoying this story. We will go back here quickly enough and everyone reintroduce themselves and tell them what they're up to. We are gonna start with our singer.
Yield once again before your natural one king. Y'all can find me on YouTube. Y'all can find me on Twitch, moving around from channel to channel. One day I will stream again. And I'm also on the Cookout TTRPGs on Kira's YouTube page, playing my character at Rivenwood Academy. And you can find me on SoundCloud making bad music. But yeah, that's it for me.
All right, Ari, your turn.
Yeah, I here, there, and everywhere on the internet, evidently. You just want to keep up with everything? It's Small Shadow Snack on Twitter. Come for the chaos, stay for the possums.
Enough said. Sir Monolith.
Yeah, you can find me at Sir Monolith on Twitter. not doing a whole lot on there. Mostly just playing this and another game with Kira on Kira's channel earlier in the day, and called it's Between Light and Shadow. And so that's a lot of fun. You should come check that out earlier before you come and check this out, because now you got a whole day of just crazy adventures going on.
All right. I have heard that is an amazing game, so you guys should definitely watch it. But Kira, your turn.
Hi, I have Kira858. Yeah, I've been having a great week of TTRPGs. I've definitely been enjoying it. Every cast I've been on has been incredible. And once again, this was just another great game, great. So of course you can be able to find us on the Kira858 on Twitch, as well as the Cookout TTRPGs, where we have, as mentioned, a wide variety of TTRPG related goodness. We also are going to have some Die Hard dice giveaways coming in relatively soon, which includes the Spring Equinox die set. We're going to have the Prismatic Pantheon die set be given, and a special surprise metal dice from Die Hard Dice will be giving out in the near future. So all of that is going to be coming in our upcoming TTRPG shows, and we were going to give sneak peeks of when they'll be releasing on Twitter, but just make sure to follow our streams, so therefore you can have a chance for all of those giveaways. And that's me for yours truly.
And last, certainly not least, Glyza.
Hey, I'm Glyza. I'm a person of many hats. I'm a podcast host, Classical Adventures for One, and Chewing Gum for the Brain Around podcasts. I am a writer. I'm working on an audio drama called Nightmare Hunt, and I do manga reviews on the Geekly Grind. I am a streamer. I play only romance games and only games where I can date people, usually on Saturday mornings at my channel, twitch.tv/Classical Glyza. I'm also a TTRPG performer. I'm on double digits. Well, when it comes to the shows that I've been in, on Mondays, I'm on twitch.tv Chatterbox AVA playing Darla on Somehow Human. It is an Urban Shadow 2nd Edition actual play. And hey, it's season 1 finale tomorrow. So go on and give us a watch. Every other Wednesdays, I play Alicia Liner on Gods of Color on twitch.tv/Kira858. On Thursdays, I play Moira, a scholar who's suddenly a space ninja because of space magic, with Esper Genesis Revelations on twitch.tv Atomic Zero. On Tuesdays, that's usually when I release shows that I produce on my channel, twitch.tv/Classical Glyza. Eventually, there will be 4 rotating shows, but right now it's just a lot of PBTA one-shots. On Saturdays, you will also see me on Fractured Destiny as Diwata, the very tired older sister, on twitch.tv/Kira858. On Sundays, I'm here as Dewdrop, and you've already seen me play my Janasi from Minnesota. And hey, if that's a lot, keep an eye on bio.link/Classical Glyza, and also see at Classical Glyza on Twitter, because that's where I make all of my announcements there. One final announcement, Trial Run, the first episode of Trial Run is happening on this coming Friday. This is a new show sponsored by Never Ending, where I will interview a TTRPG personality, and we will create a character together on stream, and I will run them on a short one-shot adventure. So keep an eye out for when that happens on Friday. It'll be on twitch.tv/BeNeverEnding. Again, just check me out on Twitter, because I'm occasionally hilarious on there, and I'm always a delight.
Right, and with that, let's wish you all a good night, and I hope you join us again next week.